So in this question, question 42, we're told about a slightly unusual clock which has a bit of a problem. It shows the correct time every hour on the hour, but the minute hand travels 3 times as fast down to 6 as it does back up to 12. Although we're told that within each half hour that it's in, the speed is constant. And we want to know what happens when the clock shows 1/4 to the hour. What is the correct time at this time? So we're just going to draw out our clock here. We've divided it into two halves here. So between the 12 and 6, and then between the 6 and 12, because it goes a different speed in this section to it does in this section. Now, we're told that it travels 3 times down to 6 as it does back up to 12. So what proportion of its time does it spend in this half of the clock? Pause the video and see if you can work it out now. Well, it's a 3-to-1 ratio. For every 1 minute it spends in this section, it's 3 times as fast in this section, so it spends 3 times as long in this section. And so it spends 1/4 of its time in this half and the other 3/4 in this half, because we have 4 parts here, so 1 part is here, 3 parts over here. Okay, so now we need to work out how much time it spends in each section. Well, it spends 1/4 of its allotted hour in this section, so 15 minutes, and 3/4 of its allotted hour, 45 minutes, in this section. Okay. So now we can get on to what we've been asked in the question. So we want to know the correct time when the clock is showing 1/4 to the hour. It shows 1/4 to the hour when the minute hand is pointing to 9, so here. And we can notice that when it points to 9, we're halfway through this half here. And so because it travels at the same speed throughout this half, it's used up half of its 45 total minutes, which means it's used 45 over 2, which is 22.5 minutes when it's at the 9. But it's also got 22.5 minutes to go until it reaches the 12. So it's 22.5 minutes away from the hour. In other words, 22.5 minutes to the hour. So our answer is D.